When I wrote the letter to Gypsy, I really just thought she would get it and read it and be like, oh, that's sweet. Thank you for reaching out, and be like, okay, and just stick it in her stack of other letters. You know, I did not expect anything from it. Well, I was on my lunch break, and all of a sudden I got an email from Gypsy, and it was like a request for me to email her back. And I remember looking at it and being like, whoa, like my letter must have touched her some way, because I did not expect her to write me back. Like, it was one of those where I got it and I was like, oh my God. I was like, I just couldn't believe it. I was dumbfounded. And I remember running back into my office and being like, hey, Gypsy Rose Blanchard requested for me to write her back. I was like, what do I do? And my friend was like, well, you write her back, sign all that stuff up. I was like, okay, cool. And download the app and send her an email like, hey, and I wrote a long email. You know, I was like, obviously you got my letter, and, you know, just went from there. Like, and just was like, I can't believe you wrote back to me. Like, why did you choose me? And like, that's what I'm thinking in my head. Like, what made her choose me to write me back? Because she gets letters all over the place, all the time. Gypsy's getting out December 28, 2023, and we plan on getting a place in with our whole family and having Christmas. After that, then me and her will have a late honeymoon for New Year's.
It's gonna be kind of like a little bonding moment for me and him to have, because like, I know that Christy and Dad want their time with me, and I want to give them that. But also, I'm married, and I need to have something that solidifies me and Ryan's marriage, because he and I have only ever been able to hold hands in a visitation room.
That's what I'm looking forward to. And then we'll get in my car and drive home, and I actually plan to take off work for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, just to get her fully adjusted. You know, we got things we got to do. We got to see her parole officer. We got to get her an ID, Louisiana ID.
I have started thinking about what kind of jobs I would love to do once I am released. I think that for certain jobs, of course, being a felon comes with restrictions. So I'm trying to keep my expectations kind of realistic. I'm just going to have to find whatever job that I can start out with. I have bounced from a dog walker to Walmart to retail to Sephora, and I can worry about big dreams of what I want to be when I quote-unquote grow up a little later.
My main focus is, how is getting out of prison going to affect her? You know, because I know it's going to be great, but it's going to be different.
I think she would like coming here.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think she would like to probably bring her kid.
As far as her getting married, I feel like the first time she talked about getting married with Ken, I had some serious doubts about that. He was a nice guy and all, but I don't know if he was the best fit for her. I met Ryan, and I feel much more confident about Ryan's demeanor and his objectives. He's goal-orientated, and I think his intentions are sincere. I think he loves her, so I'm happy about that. We'll keep our fingers crossed, like I said, and hopefully it works out.
Hopefully it does. I mean, like I said, if it doesn't, we'll be there to pick up the pieces, move her home.
I kind of wish she would have like just waited so, you know, she can live home with Mom and Dad, and, you know, it would be easier for family time. It would be easier to create that bond with her that, you know, we were both robbed of, me and my brother, and just not gonna be the same as if she would have been living at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, it's not gonna be the same. It's not what we were hoping for. We were looking forward to that, but I mean, at the end of the day, we just want her to be happy. If that's what it is, I have a feeling she's gonna come home and probably, you know, want to spend some time there. I think she's gonna like being there with us as well. You know, she might need a little break from Ryan or whatever. I think she'll She'll do a little back and forth, possibly. I mean, I think you all have done some back and forth, so we'll have a room ready for her, and we'll have some, we'll have something ready to cook every time she comes. You know, we can accommodate her however she wants to.
The whole neighborhood can't wait till she's home, actually. You know, they always stopping and asking about her, and when she's coming home, and can't wait to, you know, see her and hug her. And which is good about living in a family street, you know, is that if she wants to go for a walk, you know, if somebody sees something unusual going on, they'll go out there, you know, so she'll be safe in the street.
Oh, yeah.
You know, no doubt. She'll be very safe. There's people that come and we don't want them there. Get them out.
I really don't know if Gypsy's been able to take part in any of the real cultural things that we have down south here. She has taken part in some Mardi Gras type stuff, but as far as wildlife and out in the nature, I don't think she's had an opportunity to do a lot of that. Roughing it a little bit, it's really fun. Depending what time of the year it is, there's a season for everything here. From in the summertime, we do some fishing, crabbing, catching the big blue crabs, and you know, bring them home and boil them right away. Have some friends and family over, have a good little crab ball. In wintertime, we'll start doing some duck hunting, some deer hunting, which is real enjoyable. It's not so hot. We get to stay at the camp and make us a little fire at night. Frogs, we'll catch frogs. I know it's not a big thing around the rest of the country, but a lot of people down here, you know, they like frog legs. It's just fun. It's, I mean, I brought Christy, Mia, and at first they was like, I don't want to touch a frog, but you get out there at night with your light on and you kind of creepy and you riding around and you see a frog and, you know, you pull up to it and grab it, and it's, after you catch one or two, it's fun. They enjoy it. I'm curious to see how Gypsy's gonna react to being out here in this environment. She's not out there alone. She's with me. I'll make her feel comfortable. But I'm curious to see how she's gonna act in that space there. Just something totally different that she's never done before. She's probably gonna say, man, I had a blast, can't wait to go back. I hope, you know.